Hello, everybody. It's Lasha. So, my guitar isn't tuned. You've reached the channel High Voltage, and this is what I used to sing at the beginning of every video in this rap community, welcoming, respecting aspects of people's societies. So, thank you for joining. It means so much to me. You know it's true. And every time you join us, whether it's Kawar, Melody, or Kawar too, I promise to be here, and I welcome you. Okay. It's been a long time since I sang. Okay, so Trevor put up a short, and it was called To the Future of High Voltage. And Trevor was supposed to be with me tonight. However, I have not been tardy at all. In fact, I got to the church on time and other things on time, and I'm starting. You all know how I like to sole proprietor my own quote unquote businesses. However, this time I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx anything. So I'll just leave it at that. Before I talk about Monday Madness recaps, I just wanted to say a few words to a couple of people in the community that have been beyond supportive. I mean, absolutely beyond supportive. Hello, Erin. How are you? Oh, excellent. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to thank Kawar, and Kawar is K-H-W, no, it's K-A-H-A-W-A-R, Calhoun, because I don't know, the folks that are subscribed to this channel, because it's a non-donation charity, but I have a lot to talk about. This is Monday Madness Roundup, and I'm going to be rounding it up, but the people that subscribe to this channel and have supported me from the very beginning without judgment and absolute kindness. I personally, Aaron, he does, and I do. I got to the church on time this week, and I do believe in that. I just wanted to say that the people that are subscribed to this channel who have stuck with me, and there is a video for those of you who don't know what the intent, origin, and goal of the channel is. You can go to the playlist and check that out. But tonight I wanted to talk about the Monday Madness Roundup. So we're going to talk about things that happened between, let's see, Monday's the 19th. So, let's say around May the 11th and 12th up until today, in reference to these folks. And I also want to introduce you to a book called The Psychology of Secrets by Andrew Gold. There were 15 people here when I began, so please come back and do finish watching this live. You will enjoy it. There's a lot of information that I'm going to jam pack in here in a short amount of time. However, I do want to say that, a participant on the channel actually sent me this book and asked not to read because I wanted to read them, which I thought was, exponentially kind. Aaron, how did you find twerk, I'll say. Aaron, thank you for joining if you're subscribed. If you've never been here before, first sort of thing I wanted to say is I wanted to thank Kawar, and I wanted to thank Melody Moon and Random Citizen just for being, and Trevor for being really supportive, because there was a situation that occurred between March the 13th, which was a Thursday, until the 29th of April, which I believe might have been a Friday, but it might have been a Thursday as well. So, for the Monday Madness review of last week's hot topics that were all over YouTube, we have to talk about Meghan Markle. We have to talk about Sean Puffy Combs. We have to talk about Russell Brand, Candace Owens, Brigitte Macron, Harvey Weinstein, Victoria Harvey, and yeah. What do Meghan Markle, Sean Combs, Russell Brand, Brigitte Macron, Harvey Weinstein, Prince Andrew, and Lady Victoria Harvey, what do they all have in common? Can anybody guess? Now, Candace Owens I have here, but she's not a narcissist. Oh, that's what they all have in common. They're narcissistic. Hi, Victor. Hello. How are you? So, what do I want to talk about tonight on Monday Madness Roundup is secrets and the extent that people go to keep secrets. And that is why I have been off since March the 13th, but I'm actually starting to get back into the groove, boy. Thank you for sticking with me. Yes, and I need to get back to my roots. Sorry about grooming my hair. I actually cut my hair, this particular head of hair. Okay, so the latest with Meghan Markle, I don't keep track of what Meghan Markle's doing, even though I'm giving $100 out, Trevor and I together, for whomever can answer 30 Meghan Markle questions, and whichever subscriber can answer the most questions, you get $100 cash prize, right? Well, why would I do that? Why would Trevor and I do that? Because we're close to monetization, and 2/3 of my part is going to people in the community that need help, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have family. And this Meghan Markle trivia was supposed to happen April the 1st. But like I said, I was in a situation from March the 13th until June the 29th, and I'll explain all of it. Okay, and then Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura, Russell Brand, like I said, Brigitte Macron and Candace Owens did an entire series on that, and refer to Candace Owens and Harvey Weinstein. As soon as I am off the live, I'm going to watch Candace Owens, because there is a trend that's been on YouTube with Candace Owens in reference to two documentaries she put together. One was about Brigitte Macron, and Brigitte Macron and her husband, I can't remember his name, but it's the Prime Minister and the First Lady of France. Well, the First Lady of France is actually transgender, and that is a big secret, okay? So that is one thing Brigitte Macron have in common. Now, the other person who keeps secrets are Harvey Weinstein. Candace Owens doesn't keep secrets. She tries to expose the truth. Now, Sean Combs obviously will go to any extent to keep a secret, right? Meghan Markle will go to any extent to keep a secret. And I am telling you, there's going to be a bombshell coming out about Meghan Markle and those children, because I've said from the get that she did not give birth to any children. They're 7th and 8th in the line of succession, and it's going to come out. Now, there are people that keep secrets that are good people, and it's necessary to have people that keep secrets. But when you put power into the wrong hands, like Meghan Markle, Sean Combs, Russell Brand, I'm on the fence. Brigitte Macron, Harvey Weinstein, Lady Victoria Harvey, and Prince Andrew, they all have a lot of dark secrets. And I want to dive into, why do narcissistic people have so many secrets? What's the difference between a secret that's a positive secret and that's personal? When is too much exposure of oneself? When is too little exposure of oneself? And I just wanted to show you. So, like, for instance, this week, I've been keeping my eye on the Diddy trial and what he's been doing. I don't know where this case is even going. I don't know how they're going to prove racketeering. I understand the blank trafficking. She has women's battered syndrome, obviously. So that was one piece of content that I'm going to dive more into. This was, oh, sorry. Was this about, oh, it's about Russell Brand. Yeah. So I was just reading this article about Russell Brand, which I better take that down. And speaking of narcissistic people, Lady Victoria Harvey is the worst. And who's Lady Victoria Harvey? She is, where is she? Do I not have her from the day before? I don't. Shoot. At any rate, okay, Lady Victoria Harvey has been on a witch hunt after Virginia Roberts' passing, which I'll dive into more. So this week trending on YouTube has been Diddy, 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 Diddy. Also, the Meghan Markle situation and the Prince Harry situation. There's always news about that. Also, the Russell Brand trial is going on. the episodes and documentaries that Candace Owens conducted on Harvey Speaks and Brigitte Macron, I would definitely go and watch those. I also wanted to say that, again, the trivia contest is going on, and the date is 100% June the 1st, $100, end of story. I'm not changing the date again. And tonight, I'm going to follow up with tonight because I want to know what your thoughts are with Good Secrets and Bad Secrets, The Psychology of Secrets by Andrew Gold. There used to be a playlist with some of the reading, but I'm going to reread it again. So listen, thank you. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed any part of this, thank you so much. Thank you for the 3-4 people that came on and commented and liked. I appreciate it. Trevor and I will be going live tomorrow, and do a little research on Lady Victoria Harvey and these narcissistic people who keep secrets versus empaths who keep secrets. What's the difference? Think about that. And what happens when power and secrets go into the wrong hands, and what happens when it goes into the good hands? So believing in a higher power and a deity other than yourself and other than money. 3 of the commandments are about our commitment to God, but we will talk about that. Everybody's talking about pop music. No, honestly, people I find talk about the same things over and 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 over. And if they're really good presenters, you can watch for hours and hours. You absolutely get sucked in, especially if I've got to walk personality, talk a personality. How do you stand out? 6 million people start a YouTube channel a day. Thank you, Aaron and Victor. Thank you so much. You know, and like Maria Farmer said, Ghislaine Maxwell, the last picture that was taken of her in prison, she looks pretty good. And Epstein, when he was in and pulled off the gurney after apparently trying to, why did they show his face to prove that he wasn't there? I personally don't think he's gone. Maybe I'm just, whatever. Thank you for joining for Monday Madness recaps. Yeah. No Blake Lively tonight. Good night, everybody.